Last week, our friends and partners at Midwest Dairy helped coordinate a store tour for Chicago State student-athletes, in which a registered dietitian took the student-athletes up and down the halls of a local grocery store, gave them tips and tricks on what to buy, what to avoid, how to best train, and hopefully you too can learn a thing or two from this store tour brought to you by Midwest Dairy.
Half your plate, fruits or vegetables when you're planning a meal. When you're having a snack, if you can include fruits and vegetables, it's even better. Okay? So we're going to walk kind of back this way just to keep moving and a little. On the other side, we have about a quarter, and a quarter of our plate should be protein. Okay? So like we said, after exercise, protein helps rebuild those muscles. So buying a lot of fresh meat might not be the best option. You might not be able to cook it in the dorm room, right? You might not want to cook it at home in your apartment. So there's lots of other ways you can get in protein without buying like the fresh meats. Doing something like the pouches of tuna or the cans of salmon. You literally just, it's called just crack an egg. You can microwave it, right? You know, makes it a little easier. And you have a microwavable bowl. You can just spray the bowl, crack your egg in it, mix it up, put it in the microwave, and it's the same concept. That's kind of fancier and more fun. Eggs are great. The protein part is in the white of the egg. All the nutrients are in the yolk.
Is there a certain amount that we can eat in a day?
So if you have high cholesterol or you have a history of high cholesterol in your family, you might want to limit your eggs to like 5 a week. If you don't, you can be a little more liberal with that. We know now that what makes our cholesterol go up isn't necessarily the cholesterol that we eat. Everybody's body makes cholesterol, and so a lot of it has to do with heredity. So the last part of our plate is the whole grains. So we have fruits and vegetables, protein, and whole grains. So if you're thinking about like breakfast, oatmeal, especially like in the pre-packaged, is a great way to get your whole grains in, give you that fiber that's going to help you feel full, going to help with digestion. You can also add to your oatmeal to give more protein by putting nuts. You can add your fruit into your oatmeal to give it a little bit more vitamins and minerals. Goes good with smoothies, yep, bread or bagels or English muffins or something like that. Looking for 100% whole, either whole wheat or whole grain, is kind of the gold standard that we're looking for. Okay?
Is there anything that we should notice for grains?
Yeah, so when you're looking for anything that's whole grain, like you want to look for the 100% whole. That's one great thing to do. In the ingredients, look for the word whole in the ingredients, and for it to be like the first ingredient. Do you guys like cottage cheese? People are like really hit or miss. Sometimes they say cottage cheese and people are like, nah. One of these little packets is 10 grams of protein. Yeah, so it's a really great way, and these are really handy.
There's like lots of different like varieties of chocolate milk. So which one is the best one?
Yeah, all milk is going to have some sugar, right, naturally occurring. So you're going to look for that added sugar. Having the chocolate milk is going to add a little bit of added sugar, but nothing to be concerned about. So, I mean, we're not saying go get like a half gallon and drink the whole half gallon, right? All you need is like, you know, a serving size. So this serving size is 1 bottle, or if you were pouring milk at home, it'd be like about a cup. So you don't really have to worry too much about that. In terms of the different varieties of milk, like skim, 1%, 2% whole, the only thing that changes is the fat content. So it's okay to have a little bit of fat, especially as athletes. So if you want to do like a 1% or a 2%, that's perfectly fine. We don't really need as much fat as a whole milk.
Y'all been in CSU. You know that we're pushing hard to make changes. I think it's sorely lacking, not just the Chicago State, across the country. I think people don't understand nutrition at the most basic level, and especially for elite athletes like yourself. So this is an amazing resource. Like all the pro athletes I've ever trained, I think I've told a couple of y'all this, I've never had a registered dietitian take one to a store, ever. Like I've never heard of anybody doing that. Like in any organization, any pro teams. Like to me, this is a really impressive almost invaluable asset that y'all have. I think it's really cool. So thank you very much.